What is up, guys? This is gonna be a very long video. I don't feel like editing it, but I have a lot of questions on my car and why it has 400. I'll show you the odometer in a little bit. We're gonna be doing some maintenance on the car and also looking over stuff because now this car is full-time on the road. 20,000 miles a month I'm putting on it. Just go around it after all these miles. It's not the perfect thing, but it gets the job done. So it is towed behind a motorhome, and again we put 20,000 miles on it a year. It's got some damage. I think I hit an animal and that popped off. Somebody has backed in and when I got it and damaged the front end. I got a new front end put on it. I'm running smaller tires than factory. I think, yeah, I'm running 215 55s. They're supposed to be 225s, but in the wintertime, the 225s just don't handle that well. It does throw the speedometer off by 2. So to do 65, you gotta do 67. I try to keep mud flaps on it, but they grind and fall off all the time. So now I'm getting a lot of stuff in there that's gonna rot out the rockers, which sucks. I do run just one window visor because the rest of them have ripped off. I have a dent that came in this winter. Somebody slid sideways on my road and hit my neighbor and then hit me, and I didn't even know it. And then they did a hit and run. I do have rear mud flaps. This right here, I backed into a post after someone sideswiped and ripped the whole right side of the car off. That was from a semi hitting me, which took out the light also. That is brand new. Someone tagged me while I was sleeping for the night. That is from a semi rear-ending me that, who knows. I'm getting a lot of cops pulling me over now because they see my stickers and think I'm famous. That'll be a video that's coming up pretty soon. This was because when they ripped up off the side of the car, I took the cash out and ended up buying used doors. That's fine. That'll rub off. This hasn't rotted out yet because every time I get gas, if it drops a little bit of gas on there, you just squeegee and clean it off. These are faded a little bit because these doors were from Arizona and they were just gone, and the work that it takes to change that out just wasn't worth it. So everything but the driver's door has been replaced. This fender has been replaced because when the guy, he pulled out from a side road and didn't stop, and I was already going down the road, he ripped the whole side of the car off. And this, just a couple days ago, a semi jerked over, and I jerked as quick as I could, but he took out that fender, aftermarket fender. Who knows what I'm going to do with that. I have an aftermarket headlight in this side, which I like better than the originals because they're LED on the corners, and to change that light bulb is a pain. And tow bar, I don't think there's anything more to show you on the outside. I use silicone wiper blades, which everybody should switch to. I've only put one wiper blade on this car since I owned it. It's a 2018 Malibu. Yeah, the wipers actually start falling apart. The blade is still good. And right now I'm having a problem. This was from a piece of metal in construction. Flipped up, took that out, punctured the muffler, which I JB welded back together. And yeah. So this thing gets about 20,000 miles on it a month now. It's full time on the road. Love it. There's the mileage if you can read it. 464,000 miles. And that's just driving it. Has the original engine in it. Tranny, we'll go through that later. But it does have some leaks, but not to where it leaves a puddle anywhere. It's kind of just building up on the engine. But I decided to go full time with it. We're going to get to the 1,000,000 miles, but having a problem, which I think it may be a leaking injector, where if it sits for a little bit, we just got gas. If it sits for a little bit and you go to start it, it runs a little rough until it gets rid of the fuel that I think it's dropping into the cylinder when it's shut off. But also this car has a problem where it, not this car, but in 2017, the model before this, which it looks the same, the engines were running lean and burning holes in the piston. So in this video, I am going to bore scope the cylinders, look how the walls are doing, look how the valves are doing, look at the injectors, look to see if any of the cylinders have gas in them. I'm also going to do a pressure test on the coolant to see if the head gasket's leaking inside internally. With the engine off, it should shoot some coolant inside if it's leaking. I'm pretty sure this has a metal head gasket on it, so yeah, I haven't changed that. If you guys follow my channel, I have done a timing chain, but come to find out I really didn't need it, and I'm not going to do that again, another timing chain. But yeah, a lot of people have a lot of questions about this car. All right, start up. They'll start pulsing every now and then. But yeah, my job is to hook up to a camper, motorhome, and deliver it. And with gas prices going up, I'm like, I should make another video. A lot of people have questions. And the mirror, if you notice that, the mirror was a different color. I did that on purpose. I had a deer that the antlers hit the back of the camper. It swung the deer around and slammed into my car the day of me getting it back from the new front end. And it took out the mirror. So I was like, I always like the blue on this car. So I bought a blue mirror, and now everybody knows me when they see me. So this video is kind of going to jump around everywhere because a lot of people have a lot of different questions. But I don't really live in there. It's pulsing just a little bit right now. But if you rev it up, burn out that fuel that I'm thinking is the problem, and then let it idle, that's fine. So I basically live out of the car right now because I am just banking money and enjoying it with the conflicts and everything going on. All my people in my background. With the conflicts going on, I'm trying to bank as much money as I can because who knows what will happen. So what I do on the road, I have visible internet, and it's great. The hotspot works for my car. I can listen to music going down the road. Love it. That's part of my job. A lot of driving. I'm actually coming back from Spokane, Washington right now. About 1,800 miles one way. And I gotta say, these Bose speakers have lasted all 464,000 miles. I love it. Also, you kind of gotta times that by 2 because it doesn't record the mileage when I'm towing it, and it has done nearly every single run that I've done. So that's my mileage coming home. So you kind of gotta times that by 2. And I bought it with 8,000 miles on. It's done great. But this is my awful setup right now. I don't even know if you guys can see it. But yeah, I took out my seat here. I got a battery bank there, 2,000 amp hour, something like that. I don't know. Works when it wants to work, works when it doesn't want to. It charges up all my stuff. I'm a gamer, if you know, so that really plays my Steam Deck all night, wherever that's at. It's right here. I just switched to not having a seat, and my seat organized everything. So now I'm in a pickle of getting it all organized again. Also, I'll show you guys, actually I should show you the trunk now because this is our last week of warm weather. At least that's what you always tell yourself. And then last week of cold weather. So I got all kinds of wild stuff back here. I just found a cell on heat, which I go through so much gas, so it's nice to have heat to get rid of the water that's in there. $1 for a pack. I'm like, that is great. But there's my 12-volt air conditioner. Actually, it goes through a bunch of different wattages, but I use a 12-volt on it. It's about 2,200 BTU, which is fine for the little rooms I'm in. This is my heater, which I barely use. It's a diesel heater. A lot of semis use these. It goes, shoot, it only costs me like $1 a night. All my hoses for all that. The fuel. Got some oil because I was just in Montana and it's tax free. I got a AEGM battery right here, which I don't know if I'm leaving that there or not, but that kind of weighs too much. I'm trying to keep my car at a certain weight, but that will run my dash cams and run this for a little bit longer because this runs off of the battery up front. That gets charged from the front battery. After it is fully charged, the thing automatically kicks on to charge that. Got my jumper cables, or my jumper pack, extra injectors, extra coils, coolant. No, it's not really using anything. I got gas just in case I run out. Battery charger. This is a mess because I just switched over to this, a ShamWow. You gotta have a ShamWow. And yeah, that's about it. A lot of this is changing in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I shouldn't have started so early. Just gonna show you guys. Still just fine, doesn't over rev. Now that I'm making a video, it's probably gonna go nuts and crash. I do run a separate CarLink, whatever it is. I like it a lot better than the GPS that they charge you $100 and some to fix. So yeah, I just turn on my hotspot here. It's unlimited, 15 up, 15 down. I even stream with it. And yeah, I'm just headed back right now. Gonna be doing a pressure or a gonna be doing a test. I'm gonna be doing a lot of tests, but it's all in this video. Skip around if you want. I'm not doing timestamps. I really hate editing videos, but I'm just gonna show you. It still shifts fine. Still gets up to speed. Oh, and I'm gonna be doing a video pretty soon on a window regulator, because the people that put my last transmission in, it came back with a broken window, which was fine, because I don't think they're made to last forever nowadays. It's all wires, but the wire that takes it up, I think I finally snapped it the other day. And I don't want the window going down while I'm towing it. That would be awful. AC still works, heat still works. Heat roasts me out still.
Turn right.
I can't, I gotta go out the way I came in. Right now I'm in Davenport, Iowa. But feel free to skip around on the video. Hoping that I could get into this. Oh, yeah, with the problem it had, it's still original cat. The pipe that comes back from the cat, it is whatever you call it. What's that? O'Reilly's Auto Parts. It lasted a year before it looked like total garbage. No matter what anybody says, don't take what I say as advice, but I get all my stuff from Rock Auto, but I buy the OEM off Rock Auto for the last 16 years, and I have had zero problem with any of it.
Turn left.
Parts do wear out, but I buy starters was buying starters for this from AutoZone, and they'd make weird sounds, They would over start the car. Like once it started, they'd still keep going. I'm like, I'm sick of this. I'm buying OEM, and I do get discounts because I bought the car through GM, and Rock Auto has not failed me yet, and this car's basically built with Rock Auto. If you follow my channel, any video where I've repaired something on this car, I can't remember everything I've repaired. Sometimes I've repaired stuff and found out it wasn't even bad. The rear shocks, found out they were never bad. It was actually the sway bar links that were making the sound. I do have AutoZone brake pads on the vehicle. I'll give AutoZone at least that, but anything other than brake pads is way overpriced. Way overpriced at AutoZone, Napa, all that. Even if you get a discount. But we've done no service to the air conditioner. It's still working. Oh, okay, we did. Sorry guys. The magnetic field on the AC pump failed, and which was really nice, because instead of replacing the whole AC pump, it was only like $100 to replace just the magneto thingy on the end of it, and it was so easy. You didn't even need a puller. Just showing you guys it shifts right. You can't listen to it. The car's too quiet.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
We do have a dash cam that's going all the time, 24/7, which is nice. All the lights still work. I do have, the airbag light is on because I took out the passenger seat, and it's not just a simple 4-bolt, you pull it out. It had a lot of stuff on it. I was like, I'm not tearing all this apart just to get that light to go off, but I just did that this run, so I don't like my lights to be on. And the tire light is on because one of the tire sensors went out. I had Walmart put the last tires on, and they lasted 1 month before one of them went out, but the rest keep going. Right up to 70, no problem. Cruises with the cruise control. always like the breeze just to come through. Everything's working good. I do have a chip in the window. It's my second. This is the second window on the car. Being towed, it has a lot of like sand damage, I would say, I guess. Sand chips, like it's sandblasted almost. But yeah, just showing you 464,386 miles, and she's still going strong. Original engine, times that by 2, get a rough estimate. I can give you the exact estimate if I sat here for a while, but times that by 2, and that's how much the body has on it. Not all the suspension, because some's been replaced. The rear hasn't been touched at all. Yeah, and also with the smaller tires, I'm still able to handle over 4,000 pounds, which I just weighed myself because we went out west, and it was putting at 3,500 pounds. So that isn't too bad with all my extra stuff. That's that battery again that I was telling you about. I run everything off there. I got a skillet and everything. Run a little extension cord out to a picnic table. But the rest of this video is going to be a compression test, checking the cylinders for a leaking injector, looking up at the valves to see if they're nice and clean, looking at the cylinders, of course. See how the spark plugs are. I don't even remember the last time I changed them. We're going to do an oil change, a tire rotation, check the wiggle and everything, make sure everything's all right. Check the not the timing belt. The belt. We'll just check the belt. We're going to check the belt. I haven't changed that in like 5 years. Just going to show you what all I do to it, the additives I put in the oil. And so many people are like, oh my god, that's a lot of miles. And I just want to show you how I got it that far. And yeah, I wish GM would kind of reach out to me, because this car is battle tested. This is great. I wish it'd have a better GPS. It does some stupid stuff. Yeah, why can't I just drive around that like I always do? Who knows? Nobody's taken her out yet. We're just gonna keep going. So stay tuned. Just remembered something that I wanted to say. I'm not really living in the car, but I have a lot of friends because I'm a gamer. Definitely check out some of my videos, and also my friends that live stream, Shapoopy and Lil Vixen especially. But I have friends throughout the whole United States. So I actually do my laundry at Pilot because I like it best. But get free showers there for every 50 gallons of fuel you buy, which I easily buy that every day. So I rack up the showers, so you get showers that way. But all my friends online are awesome. I hang out with them. I'll visit them on the weekends or weekdays or whenever it's convenient for them and us and me. And yeah, I'll take a shower there, spend the night, drop them some money as if I was at a hotel or something, go on. And if they need something, like my buddy Brian owns a repair shop for phones and electronics. If he needs anything, I'm out and about. He's also a race car driver, so I stop in there and watch his races. It's very enjoyable. But to make all this good, you have to get rid of friends or family or anything that just drags you down. It doesn't matter if it's family or not, because my life was hell up until I decided to get rid of all the drama in my life. And now I'm loving it. I have friends that make me laugh every day. I have great days now. And it makes it less frustrating. Like, I had a tire blowout last year, and it took out the left front of the car. It even took out the water tank for the washer fluid. I had to take the whole front end off the car, and it didn't even bug me. I was actually on the phone with my friend at that time, and she's like, "You're not getting mad or nothing?" I was like, "Nah, I've had a good run." And then also when the tranny went out last year, I was on the phone with the same person. I was like, well, that sucks. Guess I'll have to find a different way home. And I was actually without my car for 2 months. And yeah, if you don't have people that are bringing you down in life, when something awful happens, you're on such a high, it can't bring you down to where you're depressed on. At least for me. I don't know. But yeah, let's get to doing the compression test and all that. There we go. Gonna be using the endoscope, go down in each cylinder. It hasn't ran since yesterday morning, and it's probably over 24 hours. Getting 464,000 miles on the car. Showing it hooked up to the unit. This is its life. I haven't pulled the plugs out yet, but I've done everything else. I unhooked the injectors. Sorry for the noise in the background. We're going to be checking the cylinder. We're going to be checking everything in there. We're going to be seeing if any of these injectors are leaking. We're also going to do a compression check while it's cold, and then we're going to do a different one when it's hot. Don't look awful. This is the second cylinder in. Turn this baby on. At the very end of the video will be all the recording on this. I'm going to hit the record button. Eventually I'm going to hit the record button. Okay, that's freeze frame. Okay, there we go. Is the light on? The light is on. Let's go check it out. Again, sorry for the semi noise in the background. It's nice and clean, but that spot rotate the other way. It's not the easiest thing to do. Let's see back up at the top of the head. See if I can see the valves or anything. It's all looking nice. There's a valve. Nice and clean. Yeah, that valve's looking nice and clean. Okay, let's look at the cylinder a little bit more. I thought I seen something at the beginning. That right there, I think that's alright. Nah, that don't look very good. I don't know if you guys can see that. That just don't look good in that corner. I guess it looks the same on the other side. Look a little bit weird to me. We'll compare them all. Okay, that's one down. Let's shut that off. Put the plug back in. Wherever I put the plug at. No oil down there. That was number 2 cylinder from the driver's side. Let's pull out number 1 on the driver's side. That didn't look awful. We didn't see any liquid in there. picture of it. Okay, this is cylinder 1 from the driver's side. It's hard to dig it in because it's at a weird angle. What is that in there? We got a little bit of black buildup. May have dropped a lot of stuff down in there when pulling the plug. That one's a little wet right there. There is some buildup on the cylinders. Cylinder walls look pretty good. Yeah, that one's a bit wet. Not seeing anything terribly wrong with the walls. Let's go see the valves. Okay. That valve don't look like it's seating. That valve's all wet. Yeah, we got a leaker on that one. Not as clean as I was hoping it would be. Okay, done with that one. Not as clean as I'd hoped to be, but the cylinder looks pretty good. Put that plug back in there. The plugs don't look bad enough for me to change yet. Number 3 from the driver's side. Yeah, them are still looking good. A little bit corrosion on it. Nothing too bad. Okay. This is cylinder 3 from the driver's side. It's not as clean as I'd hoped. Definitely wet. The walls on that one, you can't really see the cross stitch stuff. I don't know what it's called. That cylinder is wet. If I zoom out, yeah, she's definitely wet. overall pretty good. That's the only cylinder I see where the crosses aren't really in there. Oh, look at that valve though. That's a good looking valve. Oh yeah. I'm guessing that's the exhaust valves. Yeah, there's a ton of pitting on that one. Let's see if we can zoom up on that. Yeah, that valve's seen better days. Yeah, that's not the best. Pretty cool, I can see all this though. I'd say slap a new head on it and this thing's ready to go. At least on the exhaust side. Yeah, the intake side looks... oh, that don't look that good. Could be buildup on it, I guess. Get to a certain spot. There's the injector. They probably need clean too. Right here is where I was wanting to go. Right on that edge. Yeah, I think I don't think that's buildup. I think it's that bad. She doesn't even burn oil. Okay. The next one's probably going to be top dead center, so we won't be able to go down in that one. But the condition, they're all looking about the same. For the fourth from the driver's side, which is probably going to be all the way up since we had luck with the other three. She still runs alright. She hesitates a little bit. Maybe dump some cleaner in the injector. Well, I got new injectors for it. Yep. Yeah, looks like having exhaust issues. Okay, if this one is open, this is the fourth from the driver's side. See the cross stitching on that cylinder, that's good. This one actually looks really dry. At least drier than the other ones. Cylinder looks good. A little bit of buildup. Yeah, all looks good though. I like this cylinder. Okay, now let's check out the valves. Surprised it wasn't straight up. We got lucky. Although we may not be able to look at the cylinders or the valves. Okay. That one isn't looking too bad. It'll just seem to be leaking a little bit. Some more than others. Be nice if I could adjust it to see each. It won't focus on it anyways, but that's the injector. They're all there. That one has 3 clean ones and 1 dirty one. All that hard on the edge worries me a little bit. But we didn't find anything drastic. Can come out now. Okay. So now we're going to be putting the coolant pressure on. Pressure tester while we do a test on each cylinder just to see how it's doing. And when we do that, we're going to look to see if there's anything inside. If there's any green fluid inside, we got that. Okay, here we go. I got the coolant all pressurized up. Going to be, it's leaking down, but who knows. Got the pressure gauge in the 4th cylinder from the driver's side. What did it bump up to? 150. That's good. Okay. Let's put the bore scope down there real quick just to see if there's any fluid down in there. Fluid is dripping. Heck is that? That's the ring to the top of this. How the heck do I get that back out of there? Oh, pause the video. Okay, I got that out. We're on the 3rd cylinder over from the driver's side, and I did, I guess, crank it with that little cover in there, but I did get it off. Let's go ahead and crank it after I pump up this a little bit. Up to 200. first one was 150, and it was the best looking cylinder. Let's see if there's any fluid in there from the coolant. I wish I'd check it before I pressure tested it. We'll do the other two that way. The injectors are unplugged. It just looks really wet. But nothing pouring in. Okay. We'll say that's a success. I'll screw that on after each time. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. I also don't really like editing my videos, so all this is real time, and then less people can say, oh my gosh, you did this and that. Okay, we'll pull this one, scope it first. I don't really think either way matters, because I keep testing it. The car cranks forever when can't start. I couldn't really get it to quit either. Again, we'll test this all once it's warmed up too, which is what I'm doing tomorrow. Wet spots, but nothing that I don't think is. I was honestly hoping for an injector that was leaking enough I could see it, but when I do the hot check, that'll be like an hour after it's already been running, and I'll see. 201. That 150 worries me a little bit, because once it gets warmed up, different animal. Here we go. What did we get up to? 150. Oh, 175. 175 on the second cylinder. Not bad. Doing a lot of this is preventative, so I don't get surprised by problems. It's also nice to be able to stick the scope in there and see if the head gasket's leaking in anywhere. Make sure these two are, I know I did that one. Okay, this one wiggled a little bit loose from the compression, so hopefully we got amazing compression. Okay, let's scope it and see. I like this one, I don't have to go in very far. perfect. We have good head gasket, at least from that observation. Once it gets hot, it could be doing something else. Compression in the first cylinder. From the driver's side. There we go. The compression could be all the same, but I'm not letting it crank as long. I guess I could just let it crank the whole time. That's a real good one there. I have to charge that battery now. About 220. I would say I didn't let it run long enough. I smell gas for some reason, but I don't have the injectors plugged in. I would still say I'm probably gonna replace the injectors. Not the spark plugs yet. I'll have to look at the mileage on them. Still gonna do a hot test on it for compression, just to make sure. We got some like leaks up there. Did notice I have a hose right here. I can't really tell you everything I've done to this because I've done so much, but a lot of stuff I do as preventative. The head gasket was worrying me a little bit. Okay. Put all these back in. It's got to run to do a hot test, which we're not doing today. Doing a little bit each day. Tow it to my next place for tomorrow, and I'm gonna be doing an oil change. I don't know what else. I ain't gonna put the things back in for that, but let's plug that in. Let's make sure she starts stuff. Okay, she's turning away. Good for now. Here we go. Just doing an oil change, show you guys. We're doing it the most dangerous way with a bottle jack, but I got a little bit of a leak there and it just kind of builds up. I never really have any grips on the ground. I replace my shields going into summer every year. I gotta do the one over there. The person that put my tranny in got ticked off and left a bunch of stuff out, but I got a new cover for that. That's where I jacked up once and it totally failed. But we're not really going under it, so well, I guess we're going under it. There's the part that's only about a year old and it's not doing so well. I should have bought original because it lasted a lot longer, but I listen to other people and it always screws me over. So we'll do an oil change. I don't know if I can really jack this car up enough to change the tires, rotate the tires, but we'll get in some tread. Sorry for the wind. I normally I go by the light on the car to change the oil. And I think it's around 10,000 miles. I change the filter every 20 because the price is tripled for that. And yeah, show you the oil. I do have an aftermarket drain plug that has a magnet in the end of it, and then I put a magnet right there, a magnet on the filter. I don't know if it does anything. You guys are all sideways, but I hate editing videos. I kind of hate making them too, but you guys watch them and thank me. I'm not getting too far under here because you guys fall over. Most people would edit that out. There we go. I don't know what size that was. Use this monkey wrench thingy. 14. Pull off that. Pull off that one. It's windy, so it's going to pour everywhere. I use one type of oil since new. There's the oil. Ain't too bad. It just hit 0%, so this is... We don't have a lot of buildup on the magnet. Good, not a lot of shiny stuff. We're gonna put in a little bit earlier than we should because the wind is just gonna push it everywhere. Also, you're supposed to let this car sit for 4 hours before you do an oil change. It even says in the manual. Let the turbo drain down and all the other good stuff. It's been sitting since almost 24 hours. I do put a new seal on that. Right now it's a silicone seal, so it lasts a lot longer. Yeah, we'll probably put it in pretty soon. The wind is just going to blow it everywhere. Plus, I never get enough oil out of it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's just going to start spitting it everywhere. I normally dump a little bit in while it's draining. A little bit in on the top side to flush out some of the old. I'll also show you guys what all I put in for additives. Okay, let's tighten that down. Don't over tighten it. Okay, I got this tool here. Take off the oil filter. If it allows it, back. I watched most of the stuff I do to this car is based on Project Farm, if you watch him on YouTube. And this was the filter I liked the best. But they discontinued them, so I bought them in bulk from a buyer. They are K&N. I didn't really like the white ones, so I went with the black. Let that drain for a little bit. Push that to the side. But I just ran out of them filters and now I'm stuck with buying mobile ones. There's ones that have a rubber flap in them, and then there's some that have a silicone flap. And after watching Project Farm, I was like, I want the silicone one because I'm very high mileage. 464,000 miles on this baby. Okay, let's go get the new filter. I keep starting you guys upright so then you can look at it sideways. Got oil all over my camera. Okay, there's my new filter, Mobile One. Had to switch because Walmart didn't have the other ones. I cleaned that up a little bit. I can't even see it. I'm actually looking through the camera because I don't want to get under the car. What? We'll clean all that up. I filled it up twice with new oil. Put some oil on the rubber ring that's on it. Make sure your old ring is all came off with the filter, or you're gonna be having a leak. My hands are too oily to screw that on. All this under here, all the suspension and everything, most of it has the almost million miles. It honestly hasn't went through many parts. Original wheel bearings all around. I've changed stuff just because preventative maintenance. Look, I don't think that's on there that tight. It's on there. I don't like Fram filters because they don't fit right and they're made out of rubber instead of silicone, the inside components. So as it gets hot, you could have, or as it gets worn, it could have some problems. Clean that thing up a little bit. Put that on there. And we're good to go. And you guys are looking right at the ground. How do you like it? Okay. I think that filter's on there now. If not, she'll leak. That's all right. Got a double stage jack, and I freaking love the thing. I like it till now. There we go. Put some oil on it. I don't know if you guys can see anything, but you gotta watch this real closely, know what I'm doing. I got this crap. I've been doing this since day one of the car. Whether you agree with what I'm doing or not, the engine doesn't have awful leaks. It has 464,000 miles on it. You put in 1 ounce per quart of oil, so 4 ounces of that. The rest of this goes in my next gas change. Then I do 2 ounces of this, which is the synthetic motor oil from Lucas, and then I spill it in my car because I'm not being careful. That's what's gonna happen. And I can't find the other one. That was a synthetic. I guess I don't have the other one. Is this it? Nope, I got another synthetic. So I normally put in the non-synthetic one. And that's what goes in the car first. And it actually separates. But whether you agree with me or not, my car has a lot of miles on it. Anything can help. I'm gonna go put that in. I'm all covered in grease and my car's getting covered, so. Okay, again, sorry for the wind. Can't stop the wind. Okay, got all that put in there. I normally have the stuff for non-synthetic that I put in there, thickens it up a little bit. I think it calls for like 4 quarts. I normally put 4 quarts and it's over full, so I got 3 quarts here. They're on 3 quarts, but you gotta also add in the additive that you just put in there. I use this. This is the only thing I'll use in this engine. And it's got to be the high mileage and OW20 and extended performance, whatever. The exact label. They do have a non-high mileage one. But I've also turned my oil in to a Bridgestone, I think it's called, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and they did a test on it and said after 10,000 miles the oil was still good, even though it didn't look the best. So I have no problems with this, and I use this oil because it does really good on cold startups and Project Farm. Out of all the ones he did, I used to use Valvoline. I don't use Valvoline anymore. Valvoline wasn't even at the top of the list when Project Farm did his stuff. And there we go. Rest of it's going to be rotating the tires. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of oil coming in on the throttle body. I have to fix that because don't need that going out. Well, also I'll be using brake cleaner to clean that from Project Farm's recommendation. Okay, I just pour the old oil in this and good to go. Don't have the cap cover on this yet. I won't clean it all, plus I need to fix that. Let's see if we can do this in the wind. Over 3/4, and it said it was over full. Hopefully you guys can hear me. To the tire rotation. I've actually put another 3,000 miles on the car, but every 6 months I rotate the back to the front, front to the back. Got a little bit up and down, side to side. See how my ball joints are doing, and got a little bit of play in that. Emergency brake still works, thank goodness. So it's on the back right now. We're actually in Washington, D.C. right now at a rest area. Just got back from Spokane, Washington. And now the car is headed to Las Vegas. Our mileage is just racking up. Yeah, there's a lot of tread on them. Going to the front. I keep 33 to 35 PSI, and the front ones are wearing weird, so we'll see how that goes. Here's the inside of it after all them miles. I normally spray down all the rubber and all that, but I forgot my spray. It's been raining a lot, so the rear brakes look like crap. The discs actually need replaced, but another time. I know this is boring and all that, but I want to show that I do like nearly all my work. Here's the front. We do have some AutoZone CV axles. Probably need to replace them. Them are original. Like everything else is. This is not original. That has been replaced. Inner and outer. Wonder what was wiggling a little bit. Something in this. Not too bad yet. Ah, great. I broke one off. Broke one off. Well, we're not going to fix that today. That sucks. Guess I don't need that one right now. I do have an extra. Just not with me. That's gonna throw the balance off a little bit. This thing barely breaks them free. I'm surprised it actually broke that. Let's see if half of that was already broken. Looks like it was cracked a little bit. It has a little bit of color to it. It's looking for rust, but I torque it down to 100. Oh, I forgot the car's in neutral. Oh, it's being towed right now. Let's hope the balance isn't too far off. Because I already have the next run to Vegas. That's going to be 4,000 miles in 1 week. Guys even looking at it? Okay, let's go to the other side. Gonna check for some wiggle on this side. The suspension. We're hitting 1 million miles on 80% of the suspension parts. 800,000. Oh, 1,000,000 miles. Really worn in the middle. I don't understand them tires. Maybe because I'm overweight. Let's check out what's in here. Some dripping water. Nothing's broke. Again, I would spray all the joints. There's one up there. But yeah, my pad's only applying right there. But your rear brakes don't do as much as your front. I'm not too worried. If you guys want to see other videos on the car, be sure to check it out. I just had a lot of people saying, holy cow, that's a lot of miles. Just showing you what I do. We're actually going to do the hot compression test in Vegas. Not in Vegas, but near Vegas. And we are going to... We're going to test the head gasket there too. Once it's hot, put some pressure into the coolant system. Oh, I'll show you this side. This side all looks good. I need to degrease everything. Pads are all good. Good to go another 20,000 miles. So just thread them on a little bit, that way I don't cross thread them. segment, so I did that on my phone. But we're at 466,000 miles, and we are headed to the Vegas Strip with the car. There we go. Like an hour and 23 minutes. I think you guys can read that. Awesome out here. She just cruises along. Hoping to hit that 500,000 miles, but I did notice a big rust spot right where this door, where the trim, where the white part is, at least on my car, right over on that side. But yeah, we're gonna do the compression check in Vegas. Now let's make it through Vegas. $466,000 miles are about to hit. Whatever. We made it to Mount Zion with the car. Woohoo! So much to see out here. This is much prettier to show you. Look, the river's down there. Always construction right here. Tall mountains. It's incredible what man can make. Adding one more thing to this video, and that is I stopped for the night and I shut off the car, put the auxiliary mode back on, and we're sitting here watching the pressure in the fuel rail, and within 2 minutes it has already dropped from 60 down to 54. So we definitely have hopefully a leaky injector. Welcome back, guys. Engine's all nice and hot. Let's see how many times we can burn ourselves. We're going to be doing the hot compression test. But first I got to get these out of here and burn myself 10 times doing it to look at the cylinders. Over there I got the pressure on the coolant. I want to see if it's leaking any coolant once it's heated up. We have 472,000 miles on the car now. I did not do it when I said I was going to do it, but I'm doing it now. Let's go ahead and burn ourselves, pulling that spark plug out. Got some stuff on it. Again, the bore scope stuff will all be at the end of the video. Hopefully this cylinder is down a little bit. I'll show you if I can. Sorry guys that I'm near traffic and it's so loud. Okay. We're looking for, no, not a picture. I don't want a picture. How do I record it? No, not upside down. I don't know how to use this thing. Oh, I guess the light's on now. Okay, that's just crumbs that fell in. That's alright. How do you change it over to... Nope. Yes, okay. don't know how to record anymore on this. Okay, that's going through. That's the zoom. Guess we're not recording on this. I'm looking to see if there's any fluid. And I'm looking to see how the valve's cleaned up. Okay. A little bit of fluid in that cylinder. Nah, I think it's alright. Okay, let's go down and turn up towards the cylinder itself, or the head. It's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, there's a valve. There's the hole. There's a clean valve. There's a clean valve. So I put a lot of seafoam in the car. I put a lot of different chemicals. I think that cylinder is just too far high temperature. Okay, we're gonna pull that out, let it cool off a little bit. Camera's getting a bit too hot. Yeah, it's definitely hot. Okay. So that cylinder looks alright, but we can't do a compression test because it'll pop everything out. It'll mess with all the fluid I'm hoping is not in one of these cylinders. So I put seafoam in it, I put Lucas in it. Basically every single week I've been putting something different in it to clean up the intake valves I found out. Okay. Let's see if it's cooled off enough. I think it's cooled off enough. So no recording on this because I forget how to record. Okay, going down in there. Will there be a bunch of liquid? Should think it stays straight. Ooh, a lot of wet right there. I think I got an injector leaking. Looks like there's some crumb on the cylinder right there too, or the piston. This one's way down, so I want to shove it down and curve it up back to the valves to see if any of them got clean. Okay, there we go. Valves. Did the valves clean up any? Yeah, and they're not looking good. That valve does not look good. Oh, it's just the crumminess on it. Look at that. So that stuff really did take off some stuff. Can you guys see that? Holy cow. I need to dump some more in. Awesome. It actually worked. I'll have that picture if I remember in the end. Okay, so that's the best thing I've seen so far. So we do have a leaky injector on number 2. I'm only saying that because when I restart, sometimes it doesn't like to restart. and drop it. That way the gap isn't right. I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these. Oh, I guess I don't need the first one in, do I? Can't have them open if I'm doing a compression test because it'll suck crap in. That's good. So I used Lucas normal cleaner stuff, fuel additive. I used sea foam that I put in the engine. I put it in the gas. And I also used the regular sea foam that you do through the intake, but then I did this other stuff that I think worked. You could definitely tell something was going on there. I used this stuff. Now when you do sea foam, you see a ton of smoke coming out of the back of the car when you do the intake thing. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, look how much it cleaned. Well, it's oil based. You're gonna have smoke come out of the back of your car. But between the sea foam and that stuff I just showed you guys, there's a drastically a different amount that came out with that stuff I just showed you versus sea foam. And I'm thinking the more smoke means really it didn't do anything, because less smoke came out with this stuff, which means I feel like it kind of gripped what was inside the engine and it was stuck to it. Instead of coming out as smoke, it came out as the dirt. So I don't think seafoam does much. And I've also watched a few videos where that stuff I just used there was the most affordable you could get to do that without acorn shell in it. Alright, let's see what's in this cylinder. I know, I'm just rambling. Well, that one's top dead center, but we can still look. Still look to see if there's any fluid. Doesn't look too wet. Okay, it's wet. Yeah, it's wet right there. But I'm not seeing a puddle of green or whatever color my antifreeze is. Yeah, it's kind of wet. I don't see anything drooling down the cylinder walls coming from the top of the head. Okay. So far, head gasket's looking good. We got one more to do, and then a hot compression test. And when I'm doing the hot compression test, I am going to let it fully do its full cranks instead of shutting it off after 3. I want the real number. That one's going in there forever. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me good enough. I'm actually excited. That stuff worked. It's also $15 a can. But the mileage I put on this, she needs some love every now and then. Okay, this one has oil on it. Never mind. It burned the hand again. So 1 and 2, I don't know if that's cylinder 1 and 2. I'm gonna call it 1 and 2. 1 and 2 had a lot of buildup on the spark plugs. I'm not gonna put new spark plugs in it yet because I just don't feel like it. That's the reason, really. I got them sitting on my floorboard of my car right now, but I'm like, nah. Okay. This will be the last part of this video. If you guys want to see any more maintenance or anything else on this car, I do have a playlist that's dedicated to car repairs now. Okay, what we got going on here? This one looks like it needs to be cleaned a little. Oh, look at that. That's a ton. It's not a puddle like I thought it would be. But it's definitely wet. And if I leave the car sit longer, yeah. She just needs some cleaner fuel going in her. Look how dirty that cylinder is right there. She's just dirty. This one's down really far, so let's look at how the we'll try. Okay. That's the cylinder. Go down, flip it around. Okay, there's the hole. I just want to see if it's clean. That one's clean. There's the injector. There's a clean one. That's the one I'm trying to get to thing. Turn. I got so much buildup. You guys see that buildup on there? I gotta get the, so on a normal injection car, your fuel goes through your intake. All this piping. Mine does not because it's direct injection. And I found out after making the previous part of this video that the fuel actually going through here when you add additives cleans these. Well, this car does not because it only has air going through, so it starts building up on the top side that we see. I could only imagine what this is the inside the engine. I could only imagine the valve stem, what it looks like, which is the air side. And you can acorn clean them, which I'm kind of, oh, gotta get that out of there. Whew, got it out. High temperature. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm gonna put that away. I don't like editing, so I'm going to just walk over. Okay, now we're going to do the compression test. It didn't hold the... I got a leak somewhere with the coolant, but at least it's not into the engine. I put the compression test on there. Compression tester. It's a hot engine. I'm going to let it fully crank for its amount of time, and we'll see what that goes up to. I should unplug the injectors. We're going to have a flooded engine. Oh, just pull it off that clip. Okay, we'll just let the injectors flood, because that's more work than I feel like doing. I don't know what the heck popped, but we're getting 160 on that cylinder. Did you guys see whatever that was pop? I was standing over there. I didn't expect to see something go popping. 160 on the end. That's good enough. I should change these spark plugs around. They're still pretty good. That one is ready to stay in. Yeah, I seen something go flying. I'm always afraid what I'm doing wrong anyway, so when something goes flying, I'm like, oh great. Maybe I didn't have one in far enough. Okay. That's that cylinder. Let's pull this one out. That cranked for longer than I thought it would too. But I want the real compression, because I was canceling it when I was on a cold one, doing the cold compression test. Okay, let's see what that goes up to. Let's see what pops out of the engine this time. I don't know what that popping is. I know I got the injectors going, but 160. It's very consistent so far. If they all come out to be the same, that means I need to be getting them valves and everything cleaned. Acorn cleaning is over 400 bucks. Mine's pretty easy to get to, it's just very dirty. More cylinders. Will we get 160? While it's doing the compression this time, I'm going to take you guys back there to show you that it has 400. It's nearly 72,000 miles on it. I still have like 600 miles to drive today. I just got bored. Got bored. Also got kind of a following going on for the car, not me. Okay. Let's take you guys around. Show you. Battery saver active, great. Your battery's fine. 472,000 miles. Did you guys see that? Hope this thing's able to fire one more time. We gotta get her all heated up too. But whenever that goes off, 474,000 miles. And the body has ×2. Oh, I can smell gas. So what do we get on now? We got a little bit higher. 160, 170. Okay, one more time. You got it in your car? And then I'll fire you up and ruin the Cadillac converter. That's only like $1,500 now. I haven't burnt myself yet. There's about 10 minutes in between shutting it off and doing this. If you guys want to see me test out anything else or whatever on this car, let me know. It's starting to get a lot of questions and the plug's dry. I would think it would be shooting in some gas since I can smell it. She is gonna love to run after this. Okay, last time. Let's hear that random pop sound that I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah. Compression in every one on 160, 160, and 170. That's great. Now let's see if she'll start when I put her back together. So I'm going to fully put it back together. Actually, I'm not. This shows you I do this on the fly. I don't have any plans. I have to clean all this to do them injector changes, and it is dirty. So I think I'm going to put it back the way it was. Also need to get that fixed. I don't know if that's part of my problem. It's having problems thinking. If you come up to a stoplight too quick, it's like, I don't want to idle right. But then you put it in neutral and it fixes itself. I don't know. This one don't feel right. It's kind of weird. I put it in neutral and most of its problems go away. I guess that's it for that. Okay, let's put the injectors back in the wrong holes, that way it fires differently. Along with just not putting in one, that way I don't have to buy as much fuel. I just had these resting in here for the last lot of miles. But as you can see, it's super dirty. And a lot of this dirt comes from being towed. And this compartment right here whooshes everything up and just drops it right on the engine. So even though I clean it, it goes right back to this in the very next drop. Okay, let's see if she starts. If she doesn't, cool. The video gets longer. Missing a beat. Definitely going to be putting some miles on it today to get that cat all hot and get all that crap out. I got another 400 miles to go. I did this test after driving 300 miles at 70 mile an hour, so it definitely was warmed up. Got some leaky injectors, but no leaking head gasket unless it was very slow. And we haven't found the leak for the antifreeze yet. And compression is good, and we need to get some more cleaner in that. Some more cleaner in there. It's got a layer. No wonder my gas mileage is all over. Doesn't make sense why it's all over the place. You think it'd be consecutive? I can get 37 miles to the gallon one day and 22 yesterday. And I know this car hates the wind, but I always look at the wind before I'm like, oh, you're getting bad gas mileage. Because this car is so temperamental. There we go. That's it. I'm just gonna let you guys just sit there and stare at it, because I don't know how to end this video. That's how you end a video. You just walk away and go clean your hands. That's all, guys. And again, sorry for the video. Takes a lot of time to make videos. Takes a lot of time to edit them. That's why I just don't edit them. Is it ready to go? Is it ready to drive? It's shaking a little bit. I think it's all right. Also, when we did the intake clean, we did take that off, and that's the air intake. We sprayed it directly in there, and I should be looking at it to see if it cleaned up. You know what? Video is not over. Let me go pop the hood. So I actually took that off and ran some through it, but that can I showed you, that stuff was some harsh stuff. Definitely compared to the Seafoam. It would kill the car super quick, but it's so easy to get this off. I was like, I'm just gonna pour some in there while it's running. Oh yeah, so easy. Okay, the inside, look at that, it scrapes right off. It did not do that from the Seafoam. That stuff I showed you guys in a can, I'm not sponsored or nothing, but it made all this gunky and it made it come off. I don't even know if you can see it. It didn't get rid of it, but it made it gunky so I can take it off. I would say that stuff, oh man, I wish I was sponsored. So that stuff did wonders. Even up here where it doesn't get the fuel. That spring's gonna go flying. I'm gonna be stuck here. Well, you didn't go on there far enough. Oh, yeah, that's great. Are you on there this time? Oh, nope. Okay, there you're on there. There we go. We're gonna get this baby cleaned up. Love that stuff. Definitely gonna probably do it every oil change, but it's $15. Now we're ending the video. $15. Yeah, take yours off up there. See how much stuff's on that. I once had a Grand Cherokee where there was so much on it, it would actually stick it closed. And when you went to hit the gas, it noticed the speed, the air speed or something was different because it wasn't opening. It was actually keeping it closed. I don't remember if that was electronical throttle body or not. Let's get back on the road. Let's go. Let's catch up later. Okay, now let's see how many check engine lights are on after this. It smells good in here. Better than my normal body odor. She's running. Well, that is all for this video. This is a heck of a long video. Been to Vegas, been everywhere with the car since then. Just got back from somewhere in Texas, and now she's going clear up to Chicago to leave tomorrow to go clear to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ask any questions you want, criticize me all you want. Love reading it all. I actually make videos out of it all, so it all works out. And if you guys want to see the rest of all this crap, I'm basically living in this car. And stay tuned for that video. It's awesome. It's awesome what all I'm doing with this car. It's a house. And that is under a different playlist. Thank you for watching. Go check it out. Again, sorry for the semi noise in the background. It's nice and clean, but that spot, rotate the other way.
easiest thing to do. See back up at the top of the head. See if I can see the valves or anything. So looking nice. There's a valve. Looking nice and clean. Yeah, that valve's looking nice and clean. Okay, let's look at the cylinder a little bit more. Thought I seen something at the beginning. Yeah, that right there. I think that's alright. No, that don't look very good. I don't know if you guys can see that. That just don't look good in that corner. I guess it looks the same on the other side. Just looked a little bit weird to me. We'll compare them all. Okay, that's one down. Okay, this is cylinder 1 from the driver's side. It's harder to get in because it's at a weird angle. Oh, what is that in there? Oh yeah. We got a little bit of black buildup. May have dropped a lot of stuff down in there when pulling the plug. That one's a little wet right there. There is some buildup on the cylinders. Cylinder walls look pretty good. Yeah, that one's a bit wet. Not seeing anything terribly wrong with the walls. Let's go see the valves. Okay. That valve don't look like it's seating. That valve's all wet. Yeah, we got a leaker on that one. Not as clean as I was hoping it would be. This is cylinder 3 from the driver's side. Not as clean as I'd hoped. It's definitely wet. The walls on that one Can't really see the cross stitch stuff. I don't know what it's called. That cylinder is wet. If I zoom out, yeah, she's definitely wet. But overall pretty good. That's the only cylinder I see where the crosses aren't really in there. Oh, look at that valve though. That's a good looking valve. Oh yeah. I'm guessing that's the exhaust valves. Yeah, there's a ton of pitting on that one. Let's see if we can zoom up on that. Yeah, that valve's seen better days. Yeah, that's not the best. Pretty cool, I can see all this though. Yeah. I'd say slap a new head on it and this thing's ready to go. At least on the exhaust side. Yeah, the intake side looks... Oh, that don't look that good. Could be buildup on it, I guess. Trying to get to a certain spot. There's the injector. They probably need clean too. Right here is where I was wanting to go. Right on that edge. Yeah, I don't think that's buildup. I think it's that bad. She doesn't even burn oil. Okay. The next one's probably going to be top dead center, so we won't be able to go down in that one. But the condition, they're all looking about the same. There we go. One is open. This is the fourth from the driver's side. See the cross stitching on that cylinder, that's good. This one actually looks really dry. At least drier than the other ones. The cylinder looks good. A little bit of buildup. Yeah, it looks good though. I like this cylinder. Okay, now let's check out the valves. Surprised it wasn't straight up. We got lucky. Although we may not be able to look at the cylinders or the valves. Okay. That one isn't looking too bad. They'll just seem to be leaking a little bit. Some more than others. It'd be nice if I could adjust it to see each. It won't focus on it anyways, but that's the injector. They're all there. That one has 3 clean ones and 1 dirty one. All that hard on the edge worries me a little bit. But I didn't find anything drastic. You can come out now.